Hello, I have a pretty major Sephora haul to share with you today. I have thoughts on several products I've been playing around with already. And even though this is a more natural everyday makeup look, I applied several products before filming, so I'll show you those clips as we go throughout the video. Since the Sephora Vib sale is going on through April 24th, I wanted to go ahead and put my haul up in case some of you are still shopping. I have a lot of great things to share with you, staple products that I always repurchase, products I've just been wanting to try myself, and then products I want to test and review for you, foundations, concealers, and other products. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Let's go ahead and get into it because I have a lot to share with you. I feel like I usually start with foundations when I start talking about products, so I'll just start there. I purchased 4 foundations. 3 will be going in an upcoming foundation roundup. I'll talk about those in a second. The 4th was purely for a shade match. I loved the KVD Good Apple Full Coverage Serum Foundation. When I tested it, surprisingly so, I wasn't expecting to love it, but I do. I recommended it in one of my Sephora recommendations videos. I'll have those linked for you down below in my description box and up in a card. And you can see the full test of that in my last foundation roundup. But the shade that I got, I think it was medium 027, was way too light, even though it was described as a light to medium shade, which is usually what I am. So I picked up medium 045 in hopes that it will work. So I'm just going to pump some on the back of my hand. That looks like it's going to be a much better match than 027 was. I'll be trying that out so I know for sure, and I'll update you in my April monthly favorites. Maybe I'll even wear it in that video so that you know for sure if it's a match. I also picked up a Too Faced Born This Way Healthy Glow Moisturizing Skin Tint. I've had a lot of requests to test this out, and I picked up the Guerlain Terracotta Le Tint Foundation and the newly reformulated Lancome Tint Idole, and that is the foundation that I'm wearing today. I, so far, am liking it. It applied nicely, medium to medium full coverage, and I am wearing it outdoors later for quite a long time, so we'll see how it holds up throughout the day, but so far so good, and you'll have my full review on all 3 of these at a later date. I also do concealer roundups quite frequently here on my channel because under eyes are typically a struggle area the older we get. I have issues finding concealers that really work for me and cover while looking natural, and I know a lot of you do too. So I also picked up 3 concealers to review and 2 for different shade matches. So the 3 that I picked up to review are the Nude Sticks Cream Concealer in the shade Nude 3. I got the little mini. I was kind of glad it was available in a mini just in case I don't like it. I also got the Glowish by Huda Beauty Bright Light Sheer Concealer, and the shade that I have in that is 03 Light, and I'm going to show you how all these shades compare on the back of my hand here in a second. And I did break down and get the Valentino 24-Hour Wear Hydrating Concealer in the shade LN2, and that is the concealer I have under my eyes today. I was very impressed with the way this applied. It looks like skin. It is very hydrating. I would say the shade that I got is a really nice brightening shade for under my eyes, but not too brightening. And again, you'll have full reviews on all of these. I haven't tried these 2 yet. So on the bottom is the Valentino concealer, and the next one, the one right above that, is the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Concealer, which I've had in my life for a really long time in the shade 1C, but I got it in 1N because I was hoping it would be a little less peachy, and it is. The one on top of that is the Nude Sticks, and the one on the very top is the Glowish Concealer. Now, it took a little bit for it not to be completely sheer on the back of my hand, so I'm not sure how that one's going to work for my dark circles. Now, the 5th concealer isn't here yet. Part of my haul is in transit, and so I won't know about those products until they get here, and one of those items is the Too Faced Born This Way Sculpting Concealer in a lighter shade than the one I have for my under eye area. The one I have works great for my face, but it's just a little too deep under my eyes. So I ordered it in the shade Pearl. It could end up being too light. We'll find out when it gets here, but that's the shade that I ordered. I've had a few of you ask me, so I wanted to go ahead and let you know that. Spur of the moment, I decided to order this makeup Makeup Forever HD Skin Sponge. It just sounded kind of different, kind of interesting. I have not tried it yet though. So it's got this silicone coated end for distributing product with minimal waste, and then just a regular sponge side to blend. It's not hard feeling though, this silicone part. So I'm kind of interested in seeing how this works. I want to try it with a foundation I'm really familiar with to see if it makes a difference. I like getting sponges when they're on sale. So I threw this in my cart to test it out so I can give you my verdict on it. I will try it by my April monthly favorites. So I should have a verdict by then. I bought 3 powders during this Sephora VIB sale. Why? I don't know. I felt like they were different enough from one another that I could justify it. I wanted to test them for you. And of course, see if they were good enough to be in my regular rotation. I mean, you know, that's partly the goal, right? So Makeup Forever came out with this Twist and Light Luminous Powder. There are several shades depending on your skin tone. I got the medium one because the light one is for fair to light skin tones. And since my skin is light to medium and it's getting, you know, summertime, I just figured this one will work best. Now the dispensing mechanism is pretty innovative. You have no mess when you first take the top off, and to dispense the powder, you hold the base and turn the top counterclockwise and then turn it back. And then you end up with a teeny tiny amount of powder in the bottom that you swirl your brush in and then glide it over your face. It's supposed to be a 3-in-1 ultra fine loose finishing powder that blurs, color corrects, and illuminates your complexion while delivering radiance and blurring. I'm still working on getting a verdict because I'm just not sure if I see anything when I do this. I mean, I think it does give a radiance without glitter, which is nice because you definitely see shimmer in the powder when it's in the bottom of the container. I don't really notice that when I apply the powder. I'm just not sure how necessary this powder is in my life because it doesn't really airbrush in the same way a typical finishing powder does, or correct in the same way the Guerlain powder does. I don't know. I'm just not sure what I get from it. I mean, I can see a little bit of a sheen there. Did you notice a big difference when I just did that? Let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll change my tune if I get a lot of feedback. I'm going to keep testing it, but so far I like other finishing powders a little bit better. I like the, did I say Guerlain? I meant Givenchy, the Givenchy Prism Libre powder that I have in shade 3 a little bit better. Speaking of finishing powder, Laura Mercier released the Real Flawless Luminous Perfecting Pressed Powder. I grabbed it in translucent. This reminds me of her Candle Glow. I think that was the name. Powder that she had a few years ago. I'm saying a few years ago. It was a little while back. It was discontinued, and I always wondered why it was discontinued because it was a pretty popular product. I applied some this morning as a finishing powder. I'm hoping I grabbed footage of that, and I'm hoping that the footage reflects what I saw in the mirror. This gives me what that Candle Glow powder gave me. It's very sheer, yet it gives me that candle lit from within glow, that airbrushed finish that just kind of finishes off my makeup like a finishing powder should while remaining sheer and not caking up. This is a very pretty powder that somehow does that without having a sheen to it, and yet it's not matte either. It just diffuses. It's a diffusing powder. I was able to find the ingredients in that Candle Glow. Was it Candlelit Glow or Candle Glow powder? The first 7 ingredients are identical to the first 7 ingredients in this powder. I think this is an updated version of that powder. I also saw other similar ingredients scattered throughout the ingredient list, and just the finish, the feel, the look remind me of that powder, of how it looked on my skin. I was a huge fan of that powder. I think this is fantastic too. It just gives me that soft, radiant lip from within glow that I love. And I don't know, I kind of think that's what this is supposed to do too, but this is a little less gimmicky, a little more straightforward, and I like it. The last powder that I got for different reasons than I picked up these other two is the Lawless Talc-Free Perfecting Powder. Now, I got it in the shade light medium. I do like this packaging, even though it does get a little bit fingerprinty. It feels nice and sturdy. This is light medium. I'll put a little on the back of my hand. It feels very silky. I mean, it almost matches my hand perfectly, and it's pretty invisible when you apply it to your skin. It also houses a sponge underneath the powder. I like this because it does give a hint of coverage, a hint of a tint, but without building up and getting cakey on my skin. That's what I'm getting from it so far. I've used it as a touch-up powder, and I've used it on its own over primer. It also seems to diffuse my pores a little bit, which is kind of nice. This is the only product I wore the other day over primer. I was just running around doing some errands and I just didn't want to wear foundation or powder foundation. I didn't want anything heavy on my face at all, and this just suited the day very nicely. Usually when it comes to powder, I go for a translucent shade, but I think for a powder like this, having a little bit of a tint to it is nice, and I do like the magnetic closure. So those are my preliminary thoughts on the Lawless talc-free pressed powder thus far. I kept hearing good things about Fenty Hella Thick Mascara, so I decided to grab it to try it. It is the mascara I have on today. Keep in mind, I have very sparse, thin lashes that need quite a bit of volume. I like it so far. I typically like mascaras after they've been open a little while, and this has only been open a couple of days, but I have worn it for 2 days and it has not flaked, it has not smudged, it doesn't irritate my eyes, and I think it does give decent volume. It's very black. So far, so good. Bobbi Brown launched some new dual-ended long wear cream eyeshadow sticks, and I have this one on my eyes today. This has pink copper on one end and cashew on the other. I think most of them have a matte on one end and a shimmer on the other. So the cashew matte shade is what I have in my crease, almost up to my brow bone, and then the pink copper shade is what's on my eyelids. I just swiped them on and blended them together with a brush. It took me roughly 30 seconds, maybe 40, to do one eye. It's kind of nice to have 2 different finishes and shades in one eyeshadow stick. This would be particularly great to travel with. I'm kind of interested in seeing the other color combinations, but I just wanted to get one to test out, and the formula does seem consistent with her other eyeshadow sticks. You have enough time to blend them out, and once they set down, they set down. I don't need a primer first. I've raved several times about Danessa Myrick's Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder Blushes. I picked up another shade. So this is the original shade that I have in Jubilee, which is right here on top. I think the shades can look a little bit deep and intimidating if you have light medium skin like I do. So I wanted to show you, if you haven't seen any of the videos where I've applied this shade, that it does diffuse out, and this is not even how diffused you can make it. I think I demoed this in one of my Sephora recommendations videos. I love this so much. I picked up the shade Bellini, which is the brighter corally shade underneath. The sale's not over yet. I may get another shade. I love these so much. They apply easily, beautifully, and they do seem to blur your skin, kind of airbrush your skin, and they are bulletproof. They will not budge all day long. I love this formula. Now, I haven't tested this yet, but I will have by the time this video goes live, so I'll put something on the screen giving you my verdict. This is the Milk Makeup Matte Setting Spray. I'm currently getting bulletproof primer, foundation, and setting spray combinations together for our upcoming Taylor Swift concert. It's going to be hot, maybe humid, and so I want to make sure I have something really good going, and this is something I wanted to try. But I also wanted to try it because I live in New Orleans and summer is almost here, but I mean, it's already hot and it's always humid, so having a good mattifying setting spray is essential. And I do love the Pore Eclipse mattifying primer. Now, the mist is fine, but it's a little bit stronger and not quite as cloud-like as my new favorite setting spray, Cali Ray, but I'm anxious to try it and give you my thoughts on it. Speaking of the Taylor Swift concert, I did get this Urban Decay Heavy Metal Eyeliner in Disco Daydream solely because of Tati. I watched her video all about her Taylor Swift makeup and it interested me. I clicked on it immediately, and this was a product that really caught my eye and it landed in my cart, but I feel like this is an eyeliner that can be used for other types of things too. It's got all the sparkle you could ever want, and it's actually perfect for fine lining the eye. It was another random spur of the moment purchase like that Makeup Forever sponge, but I had to do it. In one of my Sephora recommendations videos, I said that if the Makeup by Mario lip pencil in the shade Hue was back in stock, I was going to grab it. I love this shade. I had it when he first came out with these lip liners. I want to say it was in the fall. This is just a shade that is very close to my own natural lip shade, as you can see in this clip as I'm applying it. It went viral. sale, then it went out of stock for months, and it's finally back. So I ordered it. I'm also going to swatch Smoky Pink, which is what I've been using in the meantime, just so you can see the difference between the two. Smoky Pink on my lips comes out a little bit deeper, but with a light hand, I get that same natural lips look. So Smoky Pink is here on top, and then Hue is here, which is just a perfect natural lip shade for me. I just really love this formula. It's lightweight, flattering if you have lip lines, long wearing, comfortable, just everything you would want a lip liner to be. Creamy, never dry, and I probably should look at other shades too, but as soon as I saw Hue was back, I grabbed it. Sephora Collection products are 30% off, and I grabbed a couple of things from Sephora Collection to try. I grabbed 2 of the colorful face powder blushes. I got Shame on You, which looks kind of like a neutral everyday peach shade. I also got Hey Jealousy, which is a bright pink. I always love those natural bright pinks. I also got their makeup tape. Have you tried that? I mean, I got that for a steal, I feel like. And I got their under eye roller. I got 2 of those. They're stainless steel and they were $10 each. So I figured I could use them both at the same time to help depuff my eyes in the morning, either alone or to massage in whatever eye cream I'm putting on. And I've already tried and have a few shades of their waterproof retractable eyeliners. They're great, they're budge proof, and such a great price, but I never had it in black. And I think it's great to have a budge proof eyeliner in black, so I did grab that. In one of my Sephora VIB sale recommendations videos where I was recommending one of my favorite perfumes for this time of year, Replica Beach Walk, I discovered that they had a candle version called Beach Vibes, which I didn't even know existed, and I said that I was going to pick it up for myself. I did. I've been burning it and loving it. If you crave the beach this time of year like I do not sleep on this candle. It says the same thing on the label that the perfume bottle does, sun-kissed salty skin. I was burning it this morning in my bathroom actually, and I was coming in and out of the room, and I wasn't thinking about the fact that I was burning the candle. I would just get these whiffs of something amazingly good, and I kept wondering what I had on my body that smelled so good. I was thinking I had put lotion on or sprayed something, or I had a new hair product, and it was that candle. It is so good. I think I might actually get another one before this sale ends. This has become a new favorite. I love the perfume and love the candle just as much. If you're a fan of Whey Detox shampoo like I am, I want to bring this value set to your attention. I think a lot of people overlook this, and it is a fantastic deal even when it's not on sale, but especially when it is. One bottle of Whey Detox shampoo is 10 ounces and it costs $32. The value set comes with 1 bottle plus a refill that's 32 ounces. So you're getting 42 ounces, which is a little bit over the equivalent of 4 bottles. 4 times 32 is $128. This set is $72 when it's not on sale. So if you can get any off of that, you're getting an even better deal. My daughter and I both have a bottle that live in our showers, so we can refill it with this, and my mom wanted to try it, so I'm giving her this bottle. It's a win-win. This is such a fantastic detoxifying shampoo that gives you shine. It doesn't dry out your hair. It doesn't smell bad. I always recommend it. If you have not checked this out, check it out. I always restock my Tatcha, the rice wash. Even if I rotate other cleansers, I always restock this, and I always get the big jumbo 8-ounce size. I go through this. I love it. It's luxurious. It cleans without stripping, and it just does great things for my skin. There's a reason why this stays in my life. I just love it, and I'm almost out of my JVN Complete Blowout Styling Milk. I recommended this in another video and talked about how it surprised me because it really does everything in one product. It tames frizz, it has style memory, it protects from heat, it just does everything and lets me use one product. It is a product I didn't even think I'd like, let alone end up purchasing another one because I ran out of the one that I got in the first place to test. Another product I always repurchase is my Living Proof Advanced Clean Dry Shampoo. It cleans your hair, adds softness and shine without a bunch of buildup. This is the best dry shampoo I've ever used. I do love the other version. It was my holy grail, the one in the dark gray bottle from Living Proof, but I always want to have a bottle of this in my life, so I repurchased to make sure I don't run out. I also repurchased another product that surprised me that I wasn't expecting to like so much, the Briogeo Destined for Density Caffeine and Biotin Peptide Density Shampoo. shampoo. I still have some conditioner remaining in my shower because I typically go through shampoo faster than conditioner, but I ran out of the shampoo and I just really feel like this adds thickness, density, fullness to my hair in such a nice way, starting at the scalp level and keeping my hair healthy and shiny in the process. I wasn't expecting so much from the shampoo and it delivers. There are all kinds of good things in this shampoo besides caffeine, biotin, and peptides. It has vitamin E, green coffee oil, coenzyme Q10 that help encourage microcirculation at the scalp and the hair root to just help your hair look healthy and fuller and to be healthier and fuller. And my hair just took to this really well. I've been a big fan of pharmacy skincare products for a long time. They work really well for me. And I noticed they had a toner that had come out. I don't know how long it's been out, but I've never tried it. I didn't know it existed. So I ordered it. It's in transit and I'm excited to try it. It's the Brighten Up 3% TXA Dark Spot Toner with azelaic acid. I have a few dark spots I would love to address, and maybe this is a product for that. I also ordered the Cali Ray Surf Proof Easy Glider Eye Definer in the shade The Deep. Angie Hot and Flashy, no relation. We get asked if we are sisters or related pretty often. I guess we have some kind of a resemblance, but we are not related. She recommended this, and I want to say it was her Sephora recommendations video or favorites video, and the shade looked really pretty for blue eyes specifically. So I ordered that, as well as the Dior Soft Cashmere Eyeshadow Palette, another Angie Hot and Flashy recommendation. So I'm excited to try that. I've tried that formula from Dior before, and it is really nice. And those shades look nice and pretty and neutral, kind of just no fail, easy to use every day, which is what I love. What are you most excited to try from this Sephora VIB sale? Let me know in the comments down below. I may end up throwing some of your picks into my Sephora cart by the time this sale is over. You never know. So this was my varied haul full of products to test out for you, products to try for myself, as well as staple products that I keep in my life and love and won't be without. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful in some way. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.